Choo-choo! 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 That is the sound that you will not be hearing at Kennywood, at least not in the near future. That's right, I told them it was a bad idea. They should have just listened to Brian Crawford, always looking to do what's best for the community. Always that community advocate, giving great ideas out left and right. If you remember, it wasn't long ago that I told Kennywood that the Thomas the Train idea was a horrible, horrible plan, that what they needed to do was leave the train the way it was. They spent $8.5 million on an expansion, with the key feature being the Thomas the Train ride at Kennywood Park, and just a few weeks in, and it's already all closed down. Really, really sad, but really, really great that I was right. I was right. As always, Brian Crawford says it here, right here on River Talk, and as always, I am just right. The majority of the time. That's right, $8.5 million. A quote here, according to the Tribune Review, the journey with Thomas ride will be temporarily closed while our maintenance team investigates the cause of the recent issues and identifies a lasting solution. That's what the company Paradise, who owns Kennywood, said in a statement. They said Kennywood apologizes to those guests inconvenienced by the situation. Now, this was the big thing. They had a big Facebook Live event everyone was watching, and I called them out on Facebook. I've called them out on this show. I said, you're trampling on memories. You're cutting dreams down at the knees. Horrible. Really sad. The old train was great. Sure, it could have used a few improvements here or there. But the Thomas the Train, it's just not the way to go. Just like getting rid of the old mill, turning it into Garfield's Nightmare. Is that what it's called, Garfield's Nightmare? Because it is a nightmare.
Yeah,
it's definitely a nightmare.
I remember that one.
Garfield's Slumber, because it's so boring it'll put you to sleep. When they got rid of the Gold Rush, they got rid of all of the good rides, and they put in rubbish that doesn't even work. I was down in the cafe throwing a few beers back before today's show, and my friend Chandra, who runs Punksburg, a great blog here in Pittsburgh, was showing me these pictures.
Shout out to Chandra.
Of Thomas the Train rides, which have fallen into disrepair. And it looks like a horror ride. It looks like the nightmare this is becoming. This is the first sign of a theme park that is on its last leg. I hope that's not the case for Kennywood. I hope they turn it around before all disaster breaks loose, but this is not a good sign.
No, it's not. All that money.
This is not a good sign.
Say it again, but louder, how much money they spent on this damn thing.
$8.5 million in an expansion. That includes this ride.
Woo! $8.5 million. For a ride that's named after a child's character from a book.
That's probably where they spent most of the money.
Many years ago.
They probably spent most of the money to get the licensing for this ride.
Can I say that I never grew up? I mean, it was around during my time, of course, but I didn't care for Thomas the Train.
I didn't either.
I was more of a Clifford the Dog type of guy when I was a kid. You know, I was more into David the Gnome.
Clifford was cool. I don't even know.
Clifford was cool as hell.
I don't know what the fuck David the Gnome is. I don't know what you were smoking as a child.
Oh, I was smoking the good shit. You don't remember David the Gnome?
I don't
was
know.
So cool.
David the Gnome. No.
Oh my God! Come on,
No,
y'all, back me up on this, man. If y'all watch Nick Jr. Back in the day, back when there was a Nick Jr., I don't even think Nick Jr. even exists anymore, but they used to have good kid shows back in the 90s. Come on, 30-year-olds. Y'all need to step in and back me up on this shit, man. Come on. I mean, we had Muppet Babies and shit that used to come on. Please tell me you remember. No, you're young. You don't remember.
I remember the Muppets. I remember Muppet Babies.
You remember Muppet Babies?
I do, yeah.
Okay, all right. I was just making sure. I'm just trying to make sure I'm not that old, you know.
That's Jay Cooper, the old man of internet radio. I'm Brian Crawford.
Holla.
This is River Talk. This is the River's Edge Radio Network at riversedgepgh.com. Don't forget you can tell your Alexa to play the River's Edge station on TuneIn, and she will play us every Saturday morning at 10 a.m., as well as great local music.
Cinnamon, she's
from
here.
all over the Pittsburgh area. Cinnamon, if you want a chance to win Fresh Fest tickets, we are going to be giving them away.
Yes.
Come up with a name, a better name for the ride at Kennywood, the Kennywood Thomas the Train Nightmare. If you can come up with a great name for a ride that signals the downturn of this once great amusement park, which tramples on memories, spits on dreams.
Yeah.
That's what they've been doing in the last several years, in my opinion. But I want to talk about Fresh Fest, which is going to be Saturday, August 11th.
Okay.
It's 1 to 9 p.m., and it's going to be fantastic. It's going to be at Nova Place, right down on the North Shore. We're giving away tickets. If you can come up with a creative and fun name for the Thomas the Train ride at Kennywood that really grasps a new era for Kennywood, an era that says no to dreams, no to memories, spits on old people. We want a name that encompasses all of that. If you can give us a name, we'll give you away a pair of Fresh Fest tickets.
Yes.
It's going to be a great event put together by our friends from the Drinking Partners podcast over at the Epicast Network.
Yep, shout out to Dave Bracey and Ed Bailey. Yeah, good guys. Good guys. And please don't hold back. Don't pull no punches. Don't give us no PG type name for the ride or something. Don't do the Kennywood version. We want the River's Edge version. We want River Talk version. Give us something raw. All right. Tell us how you really feel about this ride. What it represents.
Are you in favor of the ride? Do you like the ride? You're wrong if you do. It's a dumb idea. And this new coaster, we've talked about it before. Horrible. Not looking forward to it. It's supposed to be the tallest in the country, I guess, but it's not even as fast as the Steel Phantom. Steel Curtain, I guess. Steel Curtain from the old days. This coaster's stuck in the old days. No, we want the log jammer. We want it back.
Forget about the log jammer. That's right. We talked about that last year.
Forget about the log jammer.
You know what? I didn't get on the log jammer that much.
You were wrong.
I mean,
you have poor choices in rides.
I mean, it was a nice ride.
What did you ride? The Bearing Curve, where you just go around in a circle again and again and again and again and again?
I went on that one. What was it called? Raging Rapids or something?
Yeah, they butchered that too. They took out the
They got rid of that
waterfall. They took out the waterfall, so it's been neutered.
You suck.
Much like the Steel Phantom has been neutered.
Oh, come on!
I'm telling you, this theme park is on a crash course for lack of attendance, because people are going to stop going. People like you and I, Jay, are going to stop going.
I haven't been to Kennywood in years. I ain't gonna lie.
My point proven.
I haven't been in a long time, so.
412-407-2PGH, 412-407-2744. You can text us here on the unsponsored text line. We'll also accept text messages with sponsorship offers for the text line. You can tweet me at RiverTalkPGH, Jay Cooper at Coop Troop Comedy. You can message us in the Facebook Live feed, just like Bob has, and that's it, just Bob. So be sure to message us there in the live feed as well, or on the chat room at riversedgepgh.com/live, where you can share that link to all of your non-Facebook friends. Please let us know if you can come up with a creative name for Thomas the Train, the ride at Kennywood, which is no longer moving, no longer chugging along.
Yeah. It's
give us your thoughts there.
When exactly did this happen? This happened
24 minutes ago is when this article was updated from the Tribune Review. So it said the ride derailed Tuesday, the 27th. It actually derailed Tuesday, which was just 3 days after the 27th, which was the
debut.
The debut of the ride. So it actually derailed. It came off the tracks. The old train never came off the tracks. The old train never came off the tracks.
That's why I was thrown off when I heard that. I'm like, off the tracks? Did this thing even move that damn fast?
If it does, then maybe it is an improvement, and maybe I'm wrong.
I'm thinking about
maybe I should eat my words.
Myself, this is like one of those kid rides and shit. It shouldn't come off the track at all.
It shouldn't.
You know what was it? What's that one ride where it comes off the track for like a good second?
The Jackrabbit.
Yes, I love that.
Please
tell me they didn't get rid of that one.
They didn't yet, but I'm sure they're going to try to do something to make it.
You better
as...
not get rid of the Jackrabbit, man. That was a good ride.
Yeah, I agree.
That ride. I like that ride. That's the only time when you skip it for like that second and a half and you feel your heart jump a little bit.
All of their wooden coasters are fantastic.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I like them.
The sad part is they've neutered the Steel Phantom so much that the wooden coasters are actually the superior coasters in the park. They make all the wrong decisions.
The original Steel Phantom that I grew up on back in the 90s was one of the best rides I've ever been on. And then they got rid of that, and then they called it, Phantom's Revenge?
Yes.
It was okay. It was okay.
It's a Kittyland ride. They should have just rebuilt it in Kittyland.
Right. I mean, because didn't the first one do like extra loops and shit?
Oh, yeah.
I love the loops.
The first one was fantastic.
See, you know what? If they keep just changing shit, I feel like Six Flags should just like buy them out.
I agree.
That would be awesome. Then I would go.
That would be the way to go.
Then I'd come back. I only go to Kennywood now for just to see some of the shows and to drink the beer because they sell beer now.
Oh, it's not worth it. Have you drank the beer there?
One time.
It's not worth it. You go in there, there's a rude clerk who will only sell you 2 overpriced light beers. Unlike Fresh Fest, which will have fantastic beer available.
See how we set that up?
And we're giving you tickets away if you can come up with a name for the Thomas the Train ride that encapsulates or encompasses the demise of Kennywood Park and its rescinding into a subpar amusement park from a once great amusement park, in my opinion.
Once great.
That's my opinion.
Well, yeah, but you're dead on though. You're dead on though, because I mean, I'm trying to remember the last time I went and had a good time. It had been in my late teens when I went.
Even the
Maybe
food is wrong. Even the food is wrong. They've changed the food around. You go in there now. There used to be this great Belgium waffle stand.
Okay.
And they had a waffle. They would put ice cream on the waffle and then chocolate syrup all over it.
Oh my God.
And it was great because you had the warmth of the waffle and the ice cold of the ice cream mixed together in your mouth. Mm-hmm. It was unbelievable.
I do remember that. I didn't have it, but I do remember that.
It was great, and I loved that. And then they had a gyro stand. Both of them gone. I believe they still have
the gyro stand?
They moved it around so many places. I think it's gone now.
Shit.
And the Belgium waffle stand, they moved it, and then they got rid of the ice cream. So it's not even worth eating now. They make all the wrong decisions. They need to hire Brian Crawford to save Kennywood Park. Only you and I, Jay, maybe if we joined forces, our powers combined, we could save Kennywood Park. Wow. Let's do that again. That was poor. We're fist bumping. Boom. Right there.
Yeah.
I think you and I could do it.
I think we could. I would bring back so many great rides. And I would steal ideas from other places and then rename them and make it ours and then just, take the bullet for, down the future when they sue us for, copyright.
We couldn't do any worse than what's going on right now. I mean, how do you mess up a beer garden?
I don't know. All you have to do is just sell good beer.
Or just
it doesn't even have to be the best beer. Just it's a theme park, so we're not expecting much. Just domestic tap.
Yeah, but
you know what I'm saying? And then
allow people to buy more of it.
Right, and then
not just 2.
And then exactly, because 2. I'm like, because what if you're not getting on the rides?
Not just
if you're not getting on the rides,
if you are getting on the rides, don't you think that maybe you could make the Phantom's Revenge and actually make it an actual entertaining coaster by throwing a few shots of whiskey back? You're on there, you're loopy. Woo,
that would be nice.
Like that would be more fun.
That would be more fun. Ooh, if we got on that magic carpet.
They got rid of that a long time ago.
Are you shitting me? They got rid of that too?
They got rid of the magic carpet.
That went
I'm telling you, dude, they're crushing dreams.
They got rid of everything.
They got rid of everything.
I'm not happy.
Every ride now just spins in a circle. Kennywood is going to be changing their name to Circular Motion. It'll be the Circular Motion Amusement Park because everything just rides in a circle. That's all it does.
This reminds me of a song from Temptations called Ball of Confusion because that's the world we're in right now.
Well, the people, the foreigners who bought Kennywood Park are confused as to what we want here in Pittsburgh. We want the old mill. We want the turnpike. We want the log jammer. That's what we want. We don't want a snazzy new coaster that is subpar and not even as fast as the original coaster. That's
Right.
not something we want.
Now we got Bob Freyer, who let's see, wait a minute, David. Oh, he's talking about David the Gnome. David had the fox. Yes, thank you. Yes, David the Gnome did have the fox. The fox's name was Swift. I think that was his name because that was his ride. Because
you're talking about the gnome, David the Gnome.
Yeah, because he was like this small, so he used to ride on top of this fox.
A giant fox.
It was just a regular sized fox, but the gnome was small.
It would be better if it was a giant fox.
It was big. It was big enough. I think his name was Swift. I think that was his name. But yes, Bob Fryer, that's exactly what it was. How are you going to bring up DuckTales? I love that show. Now, they need to have a DuckTales theme.
That would be fun.
But we couldn't do that because it's part of Disney, so...
Oh, that's right.
That wouldn't work in Kennywood. Well, shit, let's put a Disney World in fucking Pittsburgh. Why not?
Let's not.
Why not?
I don't want it.
Come on,
No.
that would be nice.
I'd rather have the damn Steeler Town that we're putting in Kennywood than a Disneyland.
I mean, the only thing that I think would be bad is if they're gonna hire, and no offense to the women in this county, because trying to find the right women to dress up to be Cinderella and to play Snow White and to play Belle and Jasmine and all that. Oh my God, it's we have this system that we call like. Okay, I'm gonna sound so disrespectful here, but fuck it. It's River Talk. All right, so there are people that have a number system, and then there's the Pittsburgh system. So it's like a woman who is a 7 would be like a Pittsburgh 5.
Okay.
Something like that. So it's like you compare a Pittsburgh woman to another woman that's like, it's really messed up. It's kind of like the Pittsburgh left.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So. I'm sorry, ladies. I don't mean to be disrespectful.
I don't know. I think we have some very beautiful women in Pittsburgh.
We do. We have some. We don't have a lot, and I'm gonna put that out there because you ladies know.
I'm at River Talk PGH. I'll accept the wonderful, beautiful women of Pittsburgh if you want to tweet me. Jay will just ignore your messages. So you don't even bother. Don't even bother with @Coop Troop Comedy.
If you wanted all the beautiful women in Pittsburgh, Brian, they could all honestly fit in the studio. Like
I disagree with that.
That's how many there is.
I don't agree with that.
If you disagree, then say something on the show. Be all like, I disagree, Jay Cooper. I believe I'm beautiful. And make sure that your Facebook page, your profile is actually a picture of yourself, not some fucking unicorn or some, some weird shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me see a picture of yourself. Something current, too. Don't let me go on there and click on it and see that it's some picture from, like, 2009. No.
No, not from 2009.
Current.
All right, Jay, we're ready for Cooper's Corner. What do you have for us today?
You know what? And I'm just going to go right into it.
No song?
I'm not even... Well, you know what? I could do... Actually, you know what? I could do something... I could do something that's a little different.
All right.
It's going to be messed up.
In the theme of Thomas the Train?
Well, no. In the theme of what the topic is about. So it's going to be like a... Boom. Cooper's Corner. Cooper's Corner.
Wow.
Cooper's Corner. Cooper's Corner. Cooper's Corner. Yeah. Yeah. You saw where I went with that. He was like, oh, no, he's not. He's going there. Yeah, you're damn right I'm going there. Welcome to Cooper's Corner, everybody. And what I'm going to talk about is something that happened in in India. There were these 3 robbers who escaped with a valuable commodity, one of the most valuable commodities in all of India, and you guessed it, hair.
Wow, really? I did not guess it.
Yeah, see? And
why is hair so valuable in India?
I'm going to tell you why. First, though, let me tell you about what these people did. Posing as customers, these guys, the 3 men, they entered into this New Delhi workshop. and this happened this past Friday morning. They pulled out a gun, and the trio demanded the most valuable thing there, which was their hair. They fled a half hour later. It took them a half hour to take all the shit. They walked out with 200 kilograms, which is 500 pounds of wigs and raw hair worth more than $20,000. They walked out with $20,000 worth of hair.
Wow.
Which is
off of people's heads?
It's real hair. It's real Indian hair. And
like, did they cut it off of people's heads?
No,
like,
no. You mean like when they put it in wigs? Or you mean
so these are wigs. They
right.
Wigs.
These are wigs. Yeah, this is wigs and hair that was already there. No, they didn't scalp nobody, although that probably would have been cool too. That probably would have, they would have made a little bit extra money. No. But no, hair is big business in India, estimated to bring in more than $300 million a year with the wigs and the hair extensions, which is exported all around the world. And much of the hair is collected, like as my friend Sonia said, at a bunch of Hindu temples in South India, where the devotees have their heads shaved as a form of a religious sacrifice. So, where the practice is known in that town of Tirupati, I hope I said that right, they collect hundreds and tons of their hair every year, and they auction it off for millions of dollars.
Wow.
Millions of dollars. So that is amazing that the hair is worth so much. Now, the owner said people think that wigs are cheap, but they cost a fortune to make. He said that he once borrowed $17,000, more than $17,000, to buy hair last month from a South Indian wholesaler.
Wow.
That's amazing. They said in their words, and I quote, "We breathe life into dead hair."
Wow.
I've never heard no shit like that. We breathe life.
Well, isn't all hair technically dead once it gets past a certain point?
Yeah.
Like, isn't the hair like I'm pulling my hair?
Like, as soon as you get to the split end, like once it get to the end, it's pretty much it. The growth is at the bottom.
Yeah.
So once it's up at the top, it's really nothing. There's really nothing there. So, oh my goodness. But there was no reports of the guys who stole it. No one has been identified. So
is that a way we could raise money for the station?
We probably
could just grow out long hair.
Let me tell you something. If
we cut it,
let me tell you something. If we came across Indian hair, we can walk up and down all the
what about my hair?
Neighborhoods.
What about my hair?
Your hair ain't worth a damn.
My hair's great.
Your hair ain't worth a damn.
I have like the perfect hairline. I'm not losing any hair. My hair is soft. It's great.
Your hair ain't worth a damn.
I was actually at the salon and they were trying to sell me a shampoo and conditioner. Mm-hmm. And I said, oh no. I said, I use the 2-in-1 stuff, the cheap stuff. Mm-hmm. But look at that hairline. Why would I change?
Right.
Right?
Right. It's fine, but it's not a commodity. You got good hair.
Why not?
It just isn't.
What if I take it to India and sell it?
India would turn you away in a heartbeat.
Why is that?
Because it's not Indian hair.
But my hair is great.
It won't do anything. Now, Indian hair.
I think people would buy my hair.
It's soft. It's shiny.
Excuse me.
It's luxurious.
Excuse me. Okay. Feel this hair.
Okay, we're gonna have
feel this hair. Jay is gonna reach over. He's gonna feel my hair.
I'm gonna. Okay, not
He's
bad.
feeling my hair.
He got some good.
Soft.
He has some good bed head.
It's soft. I've got. I haven't combed my hair today. Sure. If you worked where I worked, you wouldn't care how you looked either. But you felt my hair. It's very soft.
It's not. Hey, my hair is nice too. When I take the braids out, I got a big ass poofy fro and shit. I look like Frederick Douglass, and it looks really nice. But when I shave it off, ain't nobody gonna want to fucking buy it, except for maybe.
Somebody might. Somebody in India.
It'll be donated to the kids at the what is it? The St. Jude for children and
That's
stuff.
A wonderful thing to do.
And that is a wonderful thing to do. But of course, I wouldn't. But that would be charity, and I wouldn't make any money. But if we had Indian money, you and me could walk down the streets of the urban neighborhoods and sell that shit on the street, and I guarantee you, we will make money.
That's what I'm saying.
We will make mad money.
I don't think I need Indian hair to do that. I think my hair is pretty impressive.
We can take it we can put it to the test. We can grab some Indian hair and go Facebook Live and see what would happen. Shave some of your hair and then see if you can sell it and compare it to Indian hair.
Do we have any Indian listeners who could come and feel my hair and let me know if my hair would cut the mustard?
Yes, if we do have any Indian listeners, please. Sorry for the music. But you back me up on this. Tell Brian.
My hair's perfect. Perfect.
I never said that your hair
He's
didn't look
dissing
nice.
my hair.
I'm not dissing it. I'm saying you have some good hair.
I have some fantastic hair.
It's just not.
Many people are very jealous of my hair.
Yeah, bald people.
My hair is so thick that I actually lose weight. I lose weight when I get a haircut.
You do.
I actually do.
You do.
Yeah.
When you shave your head, when you get that haircut, your face looks thinner. You look like a young Tom Hanks.
Oh, I look younger with my hair cut?
Yeah, you know, like how Tom Hanks looked like before he became a serious actor.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, like when he did Big and shit.
Okay, so you're saying if I get my hair cut more often, I'm going to look younger in age?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But I like the 5 o'clock shadow thing that you're doing too.
Well, I only do that because I'm lazy,
Right.
and I only shave a few times a week, so it's like I get to a point where it starts growing out, I get itchy, then I got to shave.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with being lazy. So is Colin Farrell, and it worked for him.
If I ever get the money, I may just laser this shit off.
Don't do that.
But I can't stand that itchy feeling where you're like, ah!
Don't do that.
There's nothing worse than an itchy face due to facial hair.
Oh,
Now, what do you use when you get itchy? I actually use hand sanitizer, believe it or not. The hand sanitizer will numb the itchiness.
Well, like you was talking about with the 2-in-1, I use that for my face.
A 2-in-1 conditioner. Mm-hmm. It doesn't help get rid of the itch for me.
Well, see, with me, it like, because there's so much, and because the hair curls, it gathers a lot of moisture and stuff, because, you know, we're naturally oily people. So, you know, it's gathering the dirt and the oil and all that stuff, and once we get it off and we brush it down, we have this nice, shiny coat on our face. It looks really nice. Although I do need to shave this up because I got something I got to do tomorrow, so I got to line this up because I don't look right today. I got the radio face today, so.
Too bad we're on video. Don't you wish sometimes we weren't on video?
Sometimes, because I be thinking to myself, shit, man, what am I going to wear? Because I see us on Facebook, and we're also available on YouTube. For those who didn't know, because I just let a whole bunch of my coworkers know, we're gonna get more followers now.
Nice.
Yep, because they fucks with Jay Cooper, so they are going to be going on YouTube.
I don't talk to the people I work with.
Yeah.
No, a lot of them they're all right.
Right, they're all right. I told them, hey, look, as long as you got a smartphone. And then they were like, what's a smartphone? Once I educated them on what a smartphone was.
They didn't know what a smartphone was?
No, they had no idea. They had no idea. But once I told them and I explained it to them and I broke it down for them, then I was like, do you have Facebook? Yes. Good. That means you can watch our show. You can watch Ripper Talk and see us and stuff. And I was scrolling through shit of us on YouTube, and I was like, damn, I sometimes wear the same shit. I need to switch it up. You know, because I'd be forgetting sometimes that we're in front of the camera. So I would just be putting on, like, you know, whatever shirt and everything. And I'm like, oh, my God, I wore this like 4 times as I'm scrolling. I'm like.
You can tell I just don't care. I come in with, like, this old American flag shirt from when I was in grade school or whatever that
I wish
still
I could
fits.
do that. I wish I could just wake up in the morning and just be like, or just come home and just be like, whatever's closest to me.
Just don't
is
give
I'm
a
putting
shit.
it on.
You know what I do?
Just grab a shirt and just go. Okay, I can put this on.
Oh no, I don't do that. My
don't do
clothes.
that?
Well, my clothes are. Well, yes and no. My clothes are separated. This is like a show where we're just really getting into the whole like ins and outs of our lives here. So the way Brian Crawford does laundry is not the way I really want to do laundry. It's just, you know how it is, Jay. When you're a big shot, busy person, you don't have the time to do things the right way. So I have my laundry downstairs in baskets. They're all separated, clean and dirty. Mm-hmm. So I do go down and rummage through the clean baskets, and I'm like, this kind of matches. Sometimes I don't even do that. Sometimes I wear clothes that don't even match because I just, if you work where I work, you just don't care.
Right.
You just don't care.
Right.
So I don't always match, but they're always clean clothes. Mm-hmm. I know I have that separation set up, so I never have to smell it to see if it's clean or not. I know.
Right.
But they are just literally just piles of clothing down in the basement.
That's how I am too, and it's crazy too, because I have clothes everywhere in my house. I have clothes in the basement. I have clothes in the laundry area. I have clothes on my bed, on my other bed, everywhere except where they need to be. Like, not in the drawers or in the fucking closet like it's supposed to be. You know, some days, like when I was younger, I used to be like, Mom, where's my one shirt that I like? It's in the closet. What the hell's it doing in there? Because I like to have it out in the open. That way I can see it. I want to see it. I don't want to,
have to search for it.
Right, I don't want to have to search for it. I want it to be folded and laid out in the open. That's how I like my shit. I'm a t-shirt type person. People be trying to get me to dress up and everything. This is how I dress, okay?
That's it.
I am a t-shirt and jeans person, and on occasions, if I'm doing a comedy show, I might throw on my signature tuxedo blazer that you've seen me wear many times over the years and shit. I still need to wash that thing, though.
Welcome to the homemaking show with your hosts, homemaker Jay Cooper and longtime house guy Brian Crawford. Here on the River's Edge at riversedgepgh.com, where we help get your house into tip-top shape with all sorts of hints and trivia as to how to make your homemaking life that much simpler.
We'll put it in. I'm all about putting it in areas so that way you can still at least walk around your house.
Yeah,
we're not hoarders. We're not hoarders.
No, we're not animals.
We're not that bad.
Don't forget, if you have an idea on what we're going to rename the Thomas the Train ride at Kennywood, now that it is broken down, derailed, gone off the tracks shortly after opening, give us the name of that event and we will give you Fresh Fest tickets.
Yes,
we're going to be giving them away.
Any type of name. What would you give it?
I don't know. That's what I want to hear from the audience. Please let us know what your thoughts are. 412-4072-PGH. You can hit us up on the Facebook Live chat.
Come on, Cinnamon, give us something.
On Twitter. That's River Talk PGH or at Coop Troop Comedy. Take your pick. We'll accept your suggestions now. And don't forget, the Fresh Fest is August 11th. And that's from 1 to 9 p.m.
That's on Hulk Hogan's birthday.
I'm Brian Crawford.
Brother!
Talking about someone, that's good to know. Talking about someone who could probably use a drink to maybe knock some reality into him. Our friend, not friend, really, but the guy who you used to see on TV all the time, Pappa John himself. He's trying to get back into the pizza business.
Okay.
According to the Post-Gazette, he says that the chain does well with him as the public face of the company. Mm-hmm. And it was a mistake for the company to just get rid of him on all of their marketing materials. He feels that he told the Associated Press that he can save the company. He says that he can return to TV and radio ads once the public understands the context of his comments. He's quoted as saying, "My persona resonates with the consumer because it's authentic, it's genuine, and it's the truth."
Yeah.
That is what Mr. Shatner said on the phone in an interview on a Wednesday evening.
I'm going to be completely honest. The only time people really give a shit about Pappa John's is during football season, because Pappa John's was one of the biggest sponsors for the NFL. So more people were paying attention to the commercial, like it was on TV a lot more when football season was on. So when football season died down in February, Pappa John had a couple commercials here and there, but let's just put it out there. Pappa John's pizza, me personally, it ain't got nothing to do with what you said, bruh. Your pizza ain't that good, all right? I don't like your pizza, but that's just me. I'm just putting that out there. I don't fuck with your pizza. But if you really want to put yourself out there and get people on board with you and get, have your face out there and everything, wait till football season. It's only in a couple months. It's not even a couple months. It's like in September or something.
Don't put Pappa John on the TV, though. I mean, he talks about his personality. He has no personality. I don't think he's very good on TV. You know who is good on TV? Peyton Manning.
Yes.
Say what you want about him, like him or not, he's really good in TV commercials, and he made those commercials.
Peyton Manning is the main reason why Pappa John's was relevant to football fans.
John Shatner, he just seemed very awkward and uncomfortable and really, really weird on TV. I'll be honest. Now,
the fact that his last name is Shatner, that really fucks with me.
Yeah. But Peyton Manning, though, he was great. He's hilarious. Every ad he's on, he's great.
I love his nationwide commercials.
Na 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 na.
All right. In fact, I remember when this situation came on, I wrote a joke, because when you write jokes about things that's going on in the world, you got to talk about it early while it's fresh. And I remember vividly, there was a joke where Pappa John, I said that Pappa John was reaching out for Peyton Manning for help, and Peyton Manning, he didn't want to fuck with him because he didn't want all that trouble. He didn't want all that controversy. So he looked at him and he said, "Sorry, John, you're on your own." And everybody was howling when I did that joke. It was Funny as hell.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. I came up with that. Oh, hey, what's up, Sean? Sean Parker, one of the new up-and-coming comedians, just did a show with us last weekend. Funny as hell. Look out for Sean Parker, man. Dude's funny as hell.
Fantastic.
Michelle. Hey, Michelle. We went to high school together, and she looks exactly
These are
the
people,
same.
Jay is referring to people who are popping into the Facebook Live chat for our listening audience.
Right.
Don't forget, you can join us if you're listening to us on the live feed every Friday at 6 p.m.
Right.
to join that audience.
And since you guys are watching, please help us out. Try to come up with a name for the new Thomas the Train derailment type ride or whatever.
Now that it's failed,
yes,
give us a new name.
Give
We
us a
need
new name, and you can win what?
You can win 2 tickets to the Fresh Fest, which I'm very excited about. That is coming up on the 11th over at Nova Place on the North Shore. So, Jay, I do want to talk a little bit about Donald Trump. And I know we usually don't jump into the Trump talk.
Okay.
This is actually the second week in a row we have, which is weird. But he came to Pennsylvania. Mm-hmm. And it was a shit show, of course. He came to the Wilkes-Barre area, which is out where the Wilkes-Barre Penguins, Scranton Penguins perform. And he actually performed in their arena. He was here. Apparently he did really, really well out in that area. It was one of the areas that won him the election.
Yeah, I remember.
And Trump, he came out to support Lou Barletta. Lou is running against Bob Casey for Senate.
I vaguely remember Lou Barletta. What all has he done? Or
he's a representative, but he wants to run against Bob Casey.
Okay.
And it sucks because I would like to support the guy running against Bob Casey. Mm-hmm. Bob Casey is he's a nothing senator. He does nothing until it's election time. Notice you won't hear after Bob Casey wins, because I think he's going to win re-election pretty easily. Mm-hmm. Once he wins re-election, you won't hear from him for another 6 years.
Just fall back.
He's the ghost of the Senate. He disappears unless he's screwing you over. He disappears until it's election time, and then he's back.
Can you do that? Well, I guess when you're a Senate, I guess.
As long as no one votes you out.
Okay.
I mean, he shows up. He just doesn't actually do anything.
Okay.
So he's running for office, and it's pretty great because Trump, I have to agree with Trump in his characterization of Casey. He says that Casey is boring, a nobody in Washington who does what, except for this part. Except for he does what Democrat leaders tell him. I don't think I've ever met him, Trump says. So Trump knows all about him, but he's never actually met him.
That sounds like something Trump would say.
I will say that he is right in saying that Bob Casey is boring. Bob Casey does nothing. Nothing at all.
I will say in his campaign commercials,
Trump or Casey?
Casey.
Yes.
I wasn't feeling it.
So Bob Casey, the only reason why he's so popular is his father was a legendary politician in Pennsylvania who people really liked.
Okay.
And he's been just living off of his father's coattails
Right in the
all the way
coattails of his father.
until now. Yeah.
Don't you hate when that happens?
Oh, yeah. But because he's a do-nothing senator, people don't get outraged by him.
Okay.
There was a representative who was a state representative out in the Norwin area, Jim Casorio. He brought in all sorts of cash, and it was just walking around money. But when it came to actual legislative work, he had co-sponsored one piece of legislation in 14 years in office. Co-sponsored it.
14 years.
And it had to do with animal abuse. So it was, I mean, not that animal abuse doesn't matter. It does. It's an important issue. But in the grand scheme of things,
there could have been more topics, more things
more
that were
important
going
issues.
on that he could have jumped on. Yeah.
So
I hear
anyways, the Republican state chairman, Val DeGiorgio, she is quoted as referring to Casey as a dyed-in-the-wool progressive who wants open borders, socialism, and sanctuary cities. And then she tells the crowd that Bob Casey has become a rank-and-file member of the Nancy Pelosi, Elizabeth Warren wing of the Democratic Party. And I have a lot of bad things to say. Well, first off, I don't know. It depends on your perspective as to whether that's a bad thing or not. But I could say things about Bob Casey. None of them would be dyed-in-the-wool progressive who wants all of those things. Bob Casey is a middle-of-the-road, Trump was right when he said he was boring. He's a boring-ass candidate who does nothing. He's a do-nothing. He's not a rank-and-file Democrat that's going to vote how the party tells him to. That's not who he is. He's boring. He does nothing. He's worthless in the Senate. But he's none of those things. But I will tell you, if Trump is coming out for Lou Barletta, I'm probably going to have to vote for Bob Casey. Just so I don't have to vote for a guy who's with Trump.
Okay, I see where you're going with that. I really know nothing about, what's his name? Lou Barletta?
Yeah, Lou Barletta.
I know nothing about him.
Well, Casey's comment, his response to the rally was fantastic. He came out as saying, and this is so true, he says, based on the characterization of him as a rank-and-file member of the Nancy Pelosi wing of the party, and the characterization of Bob Casey as a socialist who wants open borders and sanctuary cities, he says, if that's his strategy, referring to Lou, I hope he sticks with it. To the extent that someone buys into that, they're probably already there. They're probably already against me. It's just the nature of politics today. He's right. The stuff that they're trying to... And that's basically Republican talking points. They said the same thing about Connor Lamb, despite Connor Lamb coming out and specifically saying he would not vote for Nancy Pelosi as Speaker of the Chair. Yet the Republicans tried to paint him as a lamb. It was actually a pretty funny commercial. It showed all of these lambs running through a field. And they basically were saying that Connor Lamb will just be a sheep in Nancy Pelosi's flock.
Oh, wow.
But even though he came out and said and denied it, he before that commercial even came out.
That's a good dig.
It was a good commercial, but it was just not accurate. And Connor Lamb had come out and said he wouldn't vote for Pelosi before the commercial had even aired, so no one believed it. It rung hollow, just like these comments about Bob Casey ring hollow. And this is coming from someone who really doesn't like Bob Casey. I've been a critic of his for years. In fact, I did one opening to the show where I did like a nature special talking about Bob Casey and how he comes out of hibernation once every 6 years for election season, and then he goes back to sleep. So I'm not a Bob Casey fan, but these comments are so ridiculous.
Yeah.
That no one who follows politics at any level is going to believe any of it.
Yeah.
But I think the moral of this story at the end of the day is we don't want Trump campaigning in Pennsylvania. So just from that alone, I'm hoping Bob Casey wins re-election. And I hate to say that because I shouldn't say that. I don't want Bob Casey to win. I just don't want Lou to win either.
Okay.
Can we maybe, I don't know, do anything else? Get somebody else in there. A third party. Jay, will you run for Senate?
No. Hell no.
Please?
No.
We need someone.
I ain't going to have Trump talk about me. No.
What's he going to say about you?
He can say anything he wants. He's Donald Trump. He'll come up with something.
We're still looking for a clever name for the Thomas the Train ride. If you have one of those, please let us know.
Todd, you're on, man. Help us out. Come on, Todd.
For those of you who were not at the beginning of the show, the new Thomas the Train ride from Kennywood, it has already gone off the rails, gone off the tracks, a disaster. Can you imagine if you're a kid and you waited in line to get on the Thomas the Train ride and then it goes off the rails?
You'll never just hanging like this.
What channel is that on? PBS? You'll never watch PBS again the same way.
Right.
If that's what it's even on. I don't even know. Do they even have Thomas the Train on TV any longer?
I don't know.
Kennywood gets all of the reject figures. All of the reject kids.
Why can't we get the good shit? That's what we were talking about earlier.
Garfield, the cat.
Garfield was awesome. Clifford the dog was awesome.
They have Garfield. But like I said, it's a nightmare. They still do. It's still a nightmare.
Oh, it's still there?
Yeah, the ride's still there. It's still a nightmare. It's still a disaster of a ride.
Okay. All right. I thought they got rid of it.
The old mill used to be a great ride. Not only was it fun, but apparently the reason why they changed it to Garfield's Nightmare is people were having a lot of fun on the old mill, if you know what I mean. Mm-hmm. Dark room, boat, quiet. Mm-hmm. Getting it on, get some alone time. So they turned it into this nightmare that's called Garfield's Nightmare. And apparently they were talking about changing it back, though. We'll see. I doubt they will. These people just need to go. 412-4072-PGH. That's the text line. You can also tweet me at RiverTalkPGH, Jay Cooper at Cooper Troop Comedy. If you have an idea for that, let us know. But we do have, right now, we're going to roll. We're just rolling through topics today.
Yeah.
We're going to roll into the Hood Rat of the Week here in just a minute. But again, if you have any thoughts, please let us know.
Yes, please. Give us a name. Give us a name for the fucked up train.
Yeah, it's sad. But we've got the Hood Rat of the Week. It's right now, right here on River Talk. This is the River's Edge Radio
Get
Network.
ready.
We came, we saw, and died. We came.
That song never gets old. It never gets old. I love that. Look at them. Look at me. I look great. I look awesome. I should have been on Soul Train. I should have been on America's Got Talent. I should have been on You Can Dance.
You were on Brookline's Got Talent.
I was on Brookline's Got Talent. I was one of the winners too, damn it. Thanks, by the way. All right. No. Welcome to Hood Rat of the Week, and I got a good one. How would you feel if someone just came into your place and just made themselves comfortable without you knowing about it, without you even being there?
I kind of feel that way with this studio sometimes, the way people come and, well, it's been better.
Mm-hmm.
I think I've found the issue, but, people who would come and leave their trash and not flush the commode and just treat this place like it was some sort of frat party. But I put an end to it. I didn't even need to put up my security cameras. I found out the culprit because Brian Crawford, I've got smarts, figured it out, and cast their ass out. But go ahead.
Well, this one is a topic about a bicyclist, but not just any type of bicyclist, because we have our things with bicyclists. This was about a bicyclist who had a flat tire, and he was stranded, so he went into a stranger's house, and he got undressed and threw his clothes in the washer and the dryer and stuff and sat around in this person's house butt naked while fixing himself a snack and helping himself to some beer. Yeah, we're going to talk about that.
So it sounds like any particular bicyclist who feels entitled and feels that everything is owed to them and belongs to them.
Right?
And that they can just run lights, jump onto the sidewalk, weave in and out of traffic, split lanes.
Yeah. And that's probably what caused him to have the flat.
If there was a single person on the road who would go right into my house and start eating my food naked, I would imagine it would be a cyclist. Either that or a pedestrian. My God, I almost hit a person today. I wanted to hit another person today. I think it's time we'll get into this. Should I get into a tangent?
Go into it before I even talk about this.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I think it's time that we start holding these pedestrians accountable. I think that we live in a society that always wants to blame the victim, blame the automobile driver, blame the blameless. The roads were built in this country for horses and then cars, not pedestrians. That's what sidewalks are for. This lady is in the middle of the street. I'm way away from her. She starts putting up the stop sign. I give her the motion like, move your ass to the other side of the road before I move it into the road permanently. So then, and then I'm going the other way, almost to work. And there's a bus it's a red light. We're both at the red light. The bus is here on the right. I'm here on the left. The light turns green. I'm about to go, and this guy tries to dash. He dashes out in front of me as I'm pressing on the gas, trying to beat me around. But he's coming around from the bus. I don't see him. In my opinion, if I were to run him into the ground and he was to come to an early demise, the blood is on his hands, not mine. That's survival of the fittest. If you're so stupid to run out into traffic, blindsiding a vehicle, a 2-ton vehicle, you deserve what's coming to you.
And if he does meet his early demise,
I don't think Han Funeral Home would take him. I think that, even they, in their generosity, have their limits. They may be the only family-owned funeral home in Millville, and they probably would take him because they're more generous than I, but I would recommend that they didn't because I think that they're too classy of an establishment to bring in such rubbish. Now, again, Hahn Funeral Home, they're much better than I am. Much better people. I may be Pittsburgh's moral compass, but I got to get my guidance from somewhere as well. And I take I try to learn from the good people at Hahn's, so they probably would take him, but I would advise against it. I mean, it's so stupid.
Cheap plug. I love it.
So dumb.
Well,
and they're also known for green burials. Hahn Funeral Home. Right here in Millville. Local. Right here. Hahn Funeral Home.
That's Hahn's.
But am I wrong in my thoughts?
No, you're not wrong in that. People need to learn to get the fuck out of the way.
People need to learn to get out of the way. I mean,
get the fuck out of the way.
If you're in the crosswalk,
okay, before I even go into this, because this shit is funny. Pedestrians nowadays have become too comfortable.
Yeah.
They have gotten more cocky. They're all like, taking their time walking across the street. And they give you enough time. I think that most crosswalks, they give you a good 30 seconds. And then like after about the first 10 seconds, and then they do a countdown. Like for most, I'm not saying all of them do, but some of them do. They have the 20 seconds and they have a countdown. So you got 20 seconds to cross the damn street. It doesn't take that long to do it. You're taking your sweet ass time. You're walking like fucking Slowpoke Rodriguez and shit. And you're just like, and all that shit, and just like, I wish somebody would hit me. Well, you know what? One of these days, your wish is going to come true, and somebody's going to knock you on your ass and fuck you up, and your hip's going to be all jacked up and everything, and you're going to be walking like this for the rest of your life, looking like Quasimodo and shit, and you're just going to be upset.
But my thing is
all
they're going to
you should have crossed the street.
They'll then sue the driver. That's the problem, and make out like bandits. And it's my opinion that the driver should be able to sue the pedestrian for getting in the way, causing such mental anguish and distress.
I feel that day is coming.
I hope so.
I feel that day is coming. We need a gavel for this. In fact, we need a gavel for this guy right here. Over at Shelby County, the cyclist who broke into a home and he started washing his clothes after his bike tire went flat. All right? So Shelby County Sheriff's Office arrested this man who you see behind me. His name is fucked up too. This dude's name is Bethel Bailey.
Bethel Bailey?
Yeah, that's his name, Bethel Bailey. 54 years old. Charged, and the county sheriff's office charged him with aggravated burglary for what happened, and this happened August 1st in Arlington. So it was like, 2 days ago. So the woman who owned the place, she arrived home at around 6 a.m. Wednesday to find the man standing in her hallway with one of her blankets wrapped around his naked ass body.
Wow.
So she immediately called 911. Deputies arrived, identified Bailey as the man inside the home. Bailey told the deputies that he arrived at the home around 11 p.m. the night before, and he said that he was out cycling when his tire went flat, blah, blah, blah. He knocked on the front door of the house, but nobody answered. So he went around to the back of the house, got inside the home when he learned that the back door was unlocked. So Bailey said he just wanted to ride home. So he decided to wait for the homeowner to return. While he waited, he helped himself to a few beers, made a fucking ham sandwich, and some cookies. They did not specify what type of cookies they were. And then he decided to wash his clothes. So he's using up this woman's water and shit, and using up her laundry detergent.
Can you even imagine?
Eating up her fucking ham, eating up her damn cookies and shit. And he said that's why he was naked when the homeowner arrived. So he was arrested, and he was issued a $6,000 bond, which really isn't nothing.
Wow.
So, yeah. But I find that very interesting. If I saw a naked dude in my house, before I even call 911, I'm kicking his ass.
Oh, yeah.
He's just getting a straight
That's
up
why I've got a
beat down.
samurai sword. That
Yes.
samurai sword I brought on the show a few weeks. Come into my house. Hi-ya!
Right?
Done.
Ooh, we got it. We got one. Tina Walker. She said something.
Kitty Crash Express.
Ooh.
That's good.
I like that.
That's good. If you have any other thoughts, we'll take them for the next till the end of the night, and if we'll look at the ones that we have that are the best.
Yes,
and
please continue to comment and give as many. But
we're talking about the Thomas the Train ride at Kennywood Park.
Yes.
That has gone off the rails.
Yes, literally.
And that is to win tickets for the Fresh Fest, which is coming up on Saturday. Is coming up Saturday, the
August 11th.
It's August 11th, yeah, which is this coming Saturday from 1 to 9 p.m. over at Nova Place.
Right.
So you can get a chance to win 2 tickets to that event, thanks to the Drinking Partners for giving us the opportunity to hand these great tickets out. So it looks like a lot of fun.
Yes, it does. Hi, Stephanie. Another shout out to another one of my friends. She said
On the Facebook Live feed.
Yeah, on the Facebook Live feed. She said, "Not my beer," and she throws like 2 fists. Yeah. Good friend of mine, and she loves her beer. She always has beer in her fridge.
Well, here's our chance to try a bunch of different beer out for free. If she can come up with a good name that's better than what Tina has given us, which is a hard one to beat, and that, again, is the Kitty Crash Express. So, Stephanie, if you have a better option, or if anybody else has another idea, then let us know. 412-4072-PGH, the texting line, or again at River Talk PGH, at Coop Troop Comedy, or on the Facebook Live feed. All of those options available to you.
Yes.
So if you have any topics that you want us to discuss on a Friday, be sure to let us know about that as well.
Yes, please
Jay,
do.
what do you have coming up?
Not a damn thing, which is good. I like that. I have fulfilled all my obligations for shows, all for July. August, I'm just chilling for a little while. I am in search of a vehicle. Yes, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. Jay Cooper is getting a car in August, baby.
That's fantastic.
It's looking good. It's looking really good. And you know what? I probably will be hitting a place up soon, and I'll be posting that on the River's Edge page like later on if I do attend it. And then of course we got the last what is it called? What is it called, Howie? What is it? Laugh at the Landing. Yes, we had that every month, but that's close to the end of August though. So
we'll let you know about that as time goes on.
Yeah, because we'll have the flyer and the commercial and all that shit together and everything. But for right now, I am chilling. I am enjoying myself. Smooth sailing right now. I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna have fun, and I'm enjoying myself and do some car shopping while I'm at it.
Fantastic. August 9th, coming up right around the bend this Thursday, I will be hosting the open mic at Howard's Pub, so be sure to stop by and see me there. This Sunday, I will be back here at Mr. Small's Theater, the beautiful Mr. Small's Theater, Sunday night, 7 p.m. with another edition of River Talk, so stop on by. We'll have Tim Wolfson coming on in the coming weeks to talk about music for MS, so lots of good stuff. Please stop by. 7 p.m., riversedgepgh.com/live. I will be there. For Jay Cooper, I'm Brian Crawford. We have not gone off the rails here today on River Talk. Thomas the Train has. Send us your names. That's Jay Cooper and Brian Crawford. This is River Talk. This is the River's Edge Radio Network, Pittsburgh's voice for local music.
Later, bitches.